And we're back, guys. I'm James, the whole show. We're back with this Dragon Quest. And before we and then the last one, I just got the set, so I can rest. Basically, I'm sleep until dawn. You can choose when you want to get up. There is no, I can't really do much yet because a lot of the game has not opened up to me yet. So just still chugging along. It's like I say, if you want a horse, just have one of these. Basically, I'm not gonna really fight too much now because I don't really need to unless it's a new enemy type that I want to show off. So just keep going, you know. That sends some more monsters flying. You do get accolades for this, and bam, I can pick up that chunk of flintstone. Anytime you see those, pick it up. Like I say, keep those items. Every item in this game can be important. See, it ran from me. When you get too strong after a while, excuse me, weaker enemies will run from you. Get out of my way. Move it. Now, these are new enemy types. Excuse me. These are frogs. These things can be called toady, as it's called. There are a lot of recolored palette swapped enemies in this game. So basically, these have evolved forms, I'll say, but they're stronger. They can do a lot of other stuff. Some of them can even poison you, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, there's another famous enemy in this game. These are called hammerhoods. These things were known in Dragon Quest VIII. Yep, hammerhood. These things were known in Dragon Quest VIII. They were really known for they had the special ability called Psycho. Now, like that if that had hit me, that would have been a critical hit, and it just deflected my attack. That's a parry. Every character has a chance of doing it. If they have a great sword or if they have a shield, they have a chance of parrying, and they won't take any damage at all. Here's these little bulbs. So, what was I saying? See, they just deflected with a shield. The hammer, the psych up ability was basically your key way of beating bosses in Dragon Quest VIII. You could psych all the way up because anybody that knows, if you like Dragon Ball Z, Akira Toriyama did all the character designs for this. So if you look at all these characters, that's why they look a lot like Goku, Vegeta, you know, all your favorite characters in Dragon Ball Z. He's the one that made this. Also, if you know the anime Blue Dragon, same thing for that. So, you go over here, I can just run around all these enemies. Yep, more items. Cotton Top, like, I really couldn't tell you what half of these items do, besides, like, if you remember earlier in the last video, I got something called the Chunk of Ore. That's for a lot of metal equipment, for melting. When you start crafting stuff. I haven't got that ability yet. So, I'm almost in the Heliodor region. There are a few more items, a few more enemies up there. I think one is called the Punk Platypus. You'll see what I'm talking about when I get close to him. Yep, there's one right there. Yep, the hammerhoods are chasing me, but here's one right here. They're called Platypunk. Ow. Yeah, I'm gonna show you. Now I'm at low health, so now I'm responsible. So basically, I can't heal myself right now because I don't have a way of healing. If you also want to do something, if you want to switch weapons, you automatically have a great sword. So now I have my great sword on. You do a lot more damage with that great sword. You cannot, this is a two-handed weapon, you cannot use anything. So if I really want to, so there's the item bag, there's this thing, where is it, medicinal herb. If I want to, I could just use that to heal myself. I can transfer, I'm gonna transfer a few of these to myself. And you can transfer more than one at a time because you couldn't do this in some of the other older games. So in this, let's go over some of these items. You got the Pep Pop. It basically it peps up all active members. You'll see what peps are. the pet powers make it to where this game is so much easier, but it's easier, but it can also be a lot harder. Like I say, skills of seed. I'm just gonna use it on him for now because he's got all the abilities I'm really gonna need after a while. Oh, if you hear this music right now, this music on the overworld, that is Dragon Quest VIII's overworld music. So let's switch it back to systems, audio. See, non-battle music, bam. And this is the Dragon Quest XI. So now with the great sword, you have two. These are the two. This is one of the other ones he gets to use. I forgot you come with one of those weapons. And as you can see, I might use this a little bit because you can always restock whatever you use. So basically, if I start using a great sword, I can easily just reallocate all of those. I might use a great sword for now because you still can parry with this, but it just does more damage up front. And like I say, you want to do as much damage as possible because, as you can see, enemies can gang up on you, and it can be something. Oh, when I was talking about being psyched up, when you could do that in the first one, when you could do that in Dragon Quest VIII, I don't know why I keep calling the first one. You had Psych Up. Psych Up basically had a chance. It powered you up. You had it went in 4 increments. It went to tension 5, tension 20, tension 50, and tension 100. You had to be a certain point in the game before you get you had to that you hit 100, and when you hit 50, there wasn't always there was a small chance that you might not go to 100. And what was cool about it was, when you get to 100, that's called a state of super high tension. It'll basically raise your defensive power. It raises your any action you use in terms if you use magic, if you attack something, if you do any of that, it will automatically use up your tension and you have to start back over. But the tension was so good, so let's say if you needed to heal real bad, you could use a healing spell and you could just heal real good for that turn. But only if you use the item, a regular item, it wouldn't cause your tension to lose. So basically, when you one of the cool things about that character and that lead character is when he used it, since he's part Dragovian, he had the ability when he hit super high tension, he basically turned into a Super Saiyan. Like literally, his hair stuck up and it went purple. He literally looked like a Super Saiyan. Like his bandana would come off, and he would do that. In that, he could equip spears, boomerangs, and swords. I always used regular swords, and then I switched over to spears because after a while, spears are what you really need. Something I can talk about here. So this is a gathering thing. Walk up to it, he'll automatically do that. Now, when that happens and you get all this stuff, which is cool, what was different about the first one, when you played Dragon Quest XI, the vanilla version, that actually, the quality of life is better. You had to actually go pick up all 3 items manually, but now you just cut it and it does that. How much? I only need 2 experience to go up another level. Come in, my next victim. I didn't realize I was just fighting and got all that experience. This game is a whole lot easier to go up levels. It gets hard after a while, but basically when I get to a certain method, I'm gonna be able to tell y'all what's going on. So basically, get that, and I learned a new spell, and I got 3 skill points. I learned heal. So when you get skill points, nope, I ain't even gonna worry about that. So now, character builder is in place. So now, this is character builder. So I can equip swords, great swords, and I can equip this is sword mastery and luminary. There's one other item I can equip, but we haven't ran into them yet, and probably gonna be a bit before I do. Boomerangs. Those are good for crowd control. So great swords, let's see, when you're doing this, you can increase all of this type of stuff, but basically I'm gonna actually use these for now. because I never really use it. So basically, if I use this ability in battle, Greatsword Guard, it'll increase my chances of parrying an attack. And I can increase parries at times. Now I want to go for this, so it'll increase my attack power more. So the way these little panels here, when I learn this one, it'll tell you 2 panels remaining at the bottom. I have to learn at least this one, and I would have to learn this one or that one. When that happens, that one will become uncovered, and it'll show me exactly what it is. But that's the gist of it. Luminary has some really good stuff, so I'm at level 5 now finally. That means we can really go do some stuff, because I don't think I really need to heal just yet. But like I said, your lead character can do just some of everything. He learns offensive spells, he learns healing spells, he learns support spells. Like I said, he learns some of everything. And this is just like, well, I don't know if anybody plays Persona that's watching this. When you play Persona, you can actually lower the defense of your bosses. You can do that here. You can do that in here too. I would say if you feel like you need, when I show you the grinding method of how you go up levels in this game easier, it basically requires a lot of luck. But if you can go up them type of levels, and yes, it does require rare monsters. I mean, I could do a lot of, I don't think I've really explored much of this stuff, but let's go take a look. As I always say, well, you just walk in people's houses, you just steal their money, you just walking in here, and they're like, you just don't get arrested for this stuff. And you just broke I just broke that stuff. You just come in somebody's house, you just breaking stuff, you just throwing stuff on the ground, and nobody's calling the police, nobody's got nothing to say. You just walking in somebody's house and just destroying stuff. See, hold on, what did he say? So you're traveling, well, I don't know where you're from, but around here we don't come barging into people's houses. Well, without so much as by your leave. He might be the first, he might be one of the first NPCs that actually did that. Also, if you ever see bookcases like this, you see that little red book, read them. Read these books, because you'll never know exactly. They'll teach you different recipes that you can use later on when you get the ability to craft stuff, and it's very helpful. So that door is locked, so basically you're not getting in there. Somebody's smart enough to lock the doors. Like you're just walking around and barging into people's houses. This place is really big, so I'm not going to do too much exploring. I'm going to explore a lot of stuff off screen, so I tell you, explore everything, because you never know what you'll find. And like I say, hold on to everything, because you never know what you'll need later on in the game. And some of these doors you just can't go in anyway, so you can go in a lot of these spots. If you do, go in them, give it a try, give it a shot. All you're basically doing now is headed to the castle. I want to advance the story anyway, just so I can show you guys more of the good stuff. So basically, this is the weapon and armor shop. Come in here, you got a weapons dealer. So if I can buy this copper chopper, which I'm probably about. So I don't need that. So go over here to the armor, because basically my defense is pretty high for this part. So you can buy the same stuff. I can even buy leather armor that's a little bit better in defenses, but each of these points do matter. But I'm not gonna worry about it just yet, because again, like I say, you don't really need to, when you got these togs on, they got a better HP and all of that, you'll be fine. What is this called? Yep, excuse me, it's called Helidor City. Helidor. This is the place that you come into to meet the king, King Carnelian. Now this scene is going to be very important, because this sets up a lot of what goes on in this game. Bam. So now you trying to come here because King Carnelian and your father were friends.
Halt! Not so fast.
State your business.
They don't want to let me in, and yes, you have a silent protagonist. He doesn't talk.
Here, shake my hand, mate.
Clear off, will you?
Even though you know if I fought them, I could kill them.
Oh yeah.
What's that? You want to show that pendant?
Yep, that pendant actually comes from His Highness.
Waiting here a minute.
You know they gotta go check in because the grunts don't want to get fired.
Huh? Ever so sorry for that.
Now, remember, the Luminary is supposed to be the savior of the world. And basically, when he comes, when he has that mark on his hand, he is probably one of the most feared, he's the most feared thing to any evil entities in the world. So, this is Heliodor Castle. Very beautiful castle. You can't really explore in here yet, so I would just go straight forward, because there's a lot of things in here that you'll be able to get later. So, just go on straight to the throne room. Of course, you know you're going to be here multiple times to come see what happened. And this is King Carnelian, and these are all of his loyal knights. To your left, you have Sir Hendrik, right hand man to the king. The guy on the right, that is Jasper.
That will be quite close enough.
Jackass. I'm just gonna tell you that now. They have pretty cool armor, and I love Jasper's that coat, that cape he has. Love it. If you're wondering, King Carnelian, he was a warrior once too.
Made your way here alone, wanderer. I am Carnelian, ruler of Heliodor. How long have I waited for this day? And now, finally, we meet. Truly, it is an honor. The fact that you come here proffering the jewel and asking to speak with me personally would suggest that you know something of your true nature. I take it that you also bear...
Yep, he just confirmed. That's the mark. Everybody knows that mark.
Yes, the mark of light. Then there is no doubt. You are he. Rejoice, dear subjects. The day is upon us at last. The Luminary walks among us once more. Tell me, O Luminary, where exactly is it that you hail from? I would so very much like to pay tribute to those who took...
He tells them they come from Cobblestone.
I see. Cobblestone, you say? Jasper, you know of this place?
I do, my liege. A village of provincial nobodies deep in the rocky south.
Just remember, keep an eye. Just remember this.
Then I take it you know what to do. Do not disappoint me.
Yes, my liege.
That's Heliodor. That symbol on his chest is Heliodorian armor. That's their crest.
Accursed Luminary! I know not what your intent was in coming here alone, but whatever your wicked scheme, know that it shall not succeed.
No, Hendrik is a very skilled swordsman, so even if I tried to fight him, I'd lose it in seconds.
Take this cur, this harbinger of calamity, and cast him into the furthest corner of the dungeon.
So,
Know
just
this.
my luck.
The Luminary is the root of all evil and will bring naught but misery to our realm. And why is this? The reason is simple. Just as light is intertwined with darkness, so too is the Luminary intertwined with the dread Lord of Shadows. His coming heralds the resurrection of the Dark One.
Now, the Lord of Shadows. We gonna really delve into him later in the game.
Think you could fool one as wise as His Majesty? It was your great misfortune to confront one who knows your true nature. Men, seize this wretch.
So it kind of sucks. You go off on your first journey, and literally they want to throw you in jail. I say, pets, make sure you remember all of this, because this is all gonna come to light, and you're gonna understand why this is happening, and why the king is calling him the devil spawn, basically. I mean, probably sued him for defamation of character, but don't know if that stuff applies in this world dimension. So this is the dungeon that you get stuck in. They done took my sword. They done took all my equipment, all my items, everything. And they just lock you down here.
You claim to hail from cobblestone. Well, before the sun has set 3 times, we shall know the truth. By then, Jasper will have returned from his investigation. If I were you, Darkspawn, I would not expect to live beyond that day.
Oh, look at that. A war fulfilling your duty and traveling to Heliodor Castle, only to be damned as the dog spawn and thrown into dungeon by King Carnelian. You just gotta love it. Yeah, he breaking that stuff, and the guy across is talking to us.
Will you keep it down in there? Most folks they throw in here have the decency to wait a while before going stir crazy. What are you in for, anyhow? You don't get free bed and board down here without having done something... Wait, did you say the Luminary? You're serious?
Told you, everybody knows who the Luminary is.
You're telling me the Luminary has just shown up in the cell next to mine? This is crazy.
Be bringing up some
plate
slop.
of delicious gruel for the gentleman in the dungeon suite. Come and get it.
Just like that. Why would you? I just don't understand evil people. How do you not protect yourself from something like that? Clearly, these people have the potential of hurting you, and you got that close to the cage, and you have no backup, nothing. But basically, this guy has set me free.
The Luminary? You're serious? So it's all happening just like the seer said it would. We'd better get out of here.
The seer is basically a fortune teller. Well, she's basically what she is. She can see futures, prophecies, and all that good stuff.
Wait here.
Nope, time to go take him down.
You?
Just knocked him out. Again, you come down here by yourself.
Don't worry, I didn't kill
No
him.
type of a backup.
Things will get pretty hairy up ahead. You'd better take this.
And I got my equipment back.
Oh, and I found this in a corner over there. I guess it's your stuff. Me, I got this little beauty back, so now I'm pretty much unstoppable. We'd better get out of here before any more of our tin...
Okay, so I got all my equipment back. So, equipment's all good. Got everything back. Chopper copper, all that good stuff. So, basically, this guy has been digging a tunnel to get out of here. He's been down here for quite some time. See?
I spend ages digging this hole, and you just happen to show up the day I finish it?
And
Heck of a coincidence.
then again, nobody actually goes into the cell and looks at this and says, you know
Guess
what?
I really was meant to help you out, just like the seer said.
Nobody goes and inspects this
Anyway,
and say, hey,
there'll be time to
maybe
talk
he's
about all
hiding
that
something.
later. In you go.
Like, how do you as people, as a king, as a kingdom, this is how people get out. And now you can just kind of bust out anywhere, and now you're in the sewers.
The sewers, huh? Well, there must be a way out somewhere. Lead the way. I got your back.
I can also tell you, if you're a first timer for Dragon Quest period, I would advise you to use the sword, the hand sword, the one-handed sword and shields. Just because it's a little simple, like stuff like this, you ain't gonna be able to get through this. You ain't gonna be able to get through this store for much later. As you can see, it's a chest back there, but you ain't getting through that door, and you literally gonna be a while before you can get through any of these doors. It's gonna be some time, so just remember them from now, because more stuff to destroy. You know, always destroy stuff. Get here, and now and we're caught.
Damn it.
And now we're running. Now you actually have to run. I don't think you did. If I'm not
This way.
if I'm not mistaken, you didn't do this in the first version.
Follow my lead.
Oh yeah, he's this way. Now you can hide from these guys, but I'm not. Y'all know how I am. We don't sneak around here. We straight up gangsters. Come on over here and let's talk about it. Now, right now, this guy's a guest character, so I can't control him. So right now, he basically has infinite HP. Look at that damage. Now I can show you what heal does, how much heal helps. Basically does so much healing. You can literally just let him kill a lot of these. They do a lot of damage. Like again, if you're not very experienced with this game, I would not advise you fighting these guys, because they can hit, as you can see, they can hit pretty hard. Come on. That's right, I hate hiding from stuff. Let's just fight and take the experience. Now, this is what pep powers are. Basically, when the power of pep, when you get this, certain character stats go up by, depending on what they are. For me, my resilience, my attack, and something else, and I think my critical chance increases. So now I'm doing 17 damage instead of that. Also, my defensive power goes up. So now I can do crap tons of damage. They also, these big blades, they also have some very good, what do you call those attacks? They have some good crowd control attacks.
Follow my lead.
You'll see them later. We don't care about that. It's time to fight. So basically, pep powers last for a bit. You get it all happens when your character takes is sustaining a lot of damage. Like look at that, 18 damage. When they sustain a lot of damage, eventually they'll just become pepped up. And you can really wreck stuff doing this. I was really showing you what the abilities of pep can do. So now you're running across this bridge to get away from them. And now they cornered you. Finally, they're a little too late to be this smart. You should have done this, because the bridge is falling apart. You should have did this when you had the chance.
Serious?
Then they would have never got out. And now we all fall down. London Bridges. And now we're okay.
You okay? And that looks like a way out.
So there is a little statue right here you can save it at, which I will do. As you see, it auto saving at the bottom. Every time you switch somewhere, it'll auto save, so you can always come in on your auto save. I will always do this. So now I'll show you what divination is. It's basically useless in these games now, but people still do it. Also, when you die, you also literally, your character dies. So if you don't have a revival spell or revival item, you literally have to bring them back here to revive them. If you go to sleep somewhere, they will not come back to life. They're actually dead. Purification, you have stuff that'll cure poison, but if you poison and you don't have a way of curing it yet, and you come into here, you can get that. Benediction, if you put on a cursed item, or if any monster puts a curse on you, you have to actually come paid to get it released. So this is divination. You need 100. This is how you found out. You could only do this. Now note, there wasn't, these goddess statues were not there. So basically the only way to know how much experience you needed to go up one level, you had to keep running back to stuff like that. And as you can see, there's a big old dragon in here. No, we can't fight this thing because it's way too powerful. And it just automatically wakes up when it senses us coming in here.
There's something there.
You couldn't fight this thing until you at least level 30, if I'm not mistaken. And you'd have a special item by that point called, it's a special attack that you'd use that does more damage to them. Ain't no way we can fight this thing right now. He could easily one-shot us.
If we stand and fight, we're dead. Let's get the...
And now we have to run. So basically my best bet to you, run straight down the middle.
Let's get out of here.
Run straight down the middle mostly. Don't run into any enemies. You don't want to do that. If you run into enemies, that dragon will automatically be in a battle with you. So kind of run slower, but take your time. Gotta jump.
Well...
And you're back at it. Cause guess what? Big Daddy ain't going nowhere. He still want a piece of that. He said, "Come here." He's able to do that in battle too. He can make you fall over. So literally, you could do all of this. You see monsters where you hit a monsters running away. You're gonna see some very special monsters come up in a second. Slimes. Oh, damn it, it caught me. I ran into that Brock.
You can't be serious.
And once you flee, I think you gotta stay up. You gotta start all the way over. So it doesn't kill you instantly.
Come on,
but
quickly.
You got to. I think you actually get a trophy. Not a trophy, but an accolade for not getting caught by this thing. I think I got it already, so it don't make me a difference. and when you're dashing, if you don't have much control over yourself, so you can still run. There's that rock. See these enemies here? You're gonna see them in a second. Those little enemies you just saw are the special enemies of Dragon Quest. They are the strong. They are defensively. They're the strongest enemies in the game. They're rare monsters called metal slimes. There are different variants for them. They're the easiest way to go up levels. Base thing is they have max defense. When they have max defense, you can literally just miss an attack with them completely because you're not going to be able to kill them. Those little metal slimes have about 3 HP. You kill them, they'll give you a lot of experience. Don't get a lot of money.
What's that thing doing under the castle anyway?
But you need experience. I don't think they give a lot of money either. But there are other special enemies that'll give you more gold. But you think Big Daddy done? He still know y'all down now. He ain't going nowhere. Now he gonna send you a nice present through there. So basically when it came to me, I wanted to fight this thing. But I couldn't.
We made it. Just. I don't know how much more of this I can take. Huh?
And they was one.
There he is.
And they was wondering why that dragon was even down there. Like, what's going on? And now I gotta worry about these jokes.
Me and my big. No way. If they catch us, we're dead.
Let's say if you had done this before.
Let's do this. I believe in you. I believe in the Luminary. I don't have much choice.
If they had did this sooner, we would have still been in jail.
Come on. Let's not do anything
The name's Eric, by the way.
This is Eric. You're the first companion on your journey. Yeah, I'm not gonna actually show that because I don't want to show you anything you don't need to see right now, because that does kind of spoil some of the characters. Not gonna do that yet. So this is a good place to stop this one. So without further ado, I'm ending this video here. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Let me know what you think. I say we haven't even scratched the surface of what this game has to offer. You know, the first few videos are always long, a lot of this and a lot of that, because I gotta explain, and there's still a lot of stuff I haven't explained yet. So without further ado, this is James, the whole show, signing off. Well, if you guys enjoyed this video, be back soon with another. Peace.